In this edition of City News, this hasn't been done in over a year and a half. Find out what the police department did. Also learn how you can get some barrels delivered to your home. Plus, we'll show you why local community members took to the streets for something they care about. These stories and much more coming up on City News. Hello and welcome to City News. I'm Jennifer Murillo. As things are starting to open up, more people are going to be out driving. The Hawthorne Police Department is making sure the roads are safe. Reporter Kayla Moeller has more.
On the west end of Inglewood Avenue, the Hawthorne Police Department set up a DUI checkpoint to ensure public safety.
It's definitely a safety concern, especially now with the restrictions of COVID being lessened, I should say. You can have more and more people going out and having drinks. You know, they've been tied up for a little bit and they want to come out and basically kind of let their hair down. And unfortunately, some people take it a little bit too far and they will be under the influence.
The checkpoint location, which was specifically near the Hawthorne pool parking lot, is chosen based off statistics.
What we do is that we take numbers of accidents that happen on Inglewood itself and surrounding streets of that, and we come up with a percentage of how many accidents we've had, how many are DUI related, how many are injury accidents, and how many arrests and things of that nature that goes on from that point forward.
They set up 2 signs before the checkpoint to prepare drivers to stop. Being under the influence of alcohol or drugs can impair your ability to make life-changing decisions while driving.
It's really important not to drink and drive because, again, it really affects how your motor skills and your ability to perceive things and to stop and everything else. It makes a big, big difference.
Sergeant Comathy stressed the importance of having a plan if you've been drinking. Whether it be a designated driver or an Uber, there are plenty of options to avoid an accident or a DUI. For HCTV, I'm Kayla Moeller.
Out of 801 vehicles screened, 13 cars were impounded, 27 citations were issued, and 5 DUI arrests were made. Thank you to the Hawthorne Police Department for all that you do to keep our city safe. We're coming up on the end of the rainy season, but it's never too late to be prepared. Reporter Lauren McKay spoke with Gus Mesa from the West Basin Municipal Water District about how time is running out for you to get your free home delivered rain barrels.
Thank you guys so much for being with me today. So we're talking about water conservation, and one way to do that is through the rain barrel program that you all have. Talk to me about this program. What's the thought behind it?
Rain barrels are a great way to capture the rain and reuse the rainwater to irrigate your plants and gardens. Due to COVID, in the past, we were providing some free rain barrel events. You may have heard of them. This is our 5th year of providing rain barrels to the various cities. We've had events in the city of Hawthorne in the past at a high school or city hall. But due to COVID, we changed the program. And now we have a free home delivery rain barrel program that the residents of Hawthorne can sign up for.
So how does someone sign up for that? What's the process that they go through to get the rain barrel to their home? And is it permanent?
Great question. So residents would come to our website at westbasin.org under conservation to register, or they can also call area code 310-371-4633. And somebody will assist them. And there's a couple of requirements. Like I mentioned, we've had events in the past. So if a resident received 2 rain barrels before, they couldn't qualify. 2 is the maximum per home. So if you haven't received 2 rain barrels from a past event, you can go to westbasin.org or call that phone number to register. And you would just need to provide either a copy of your water bill, driver's license, or some type of utility bill that shows that you live at that home.
Now, explain to me the intricate details of the rain barrel itself. If it rains, say, in June, and then it doesn't rain out here in California until about September, maybe. does that water stay there? Does it evaporate? Is there, what are the inner workings of the actual rain barrel?
Sure. If you received rain barrels, say 2 weeks from now, and you installed them and you got some rain, hopefully it does rain. Like you mentioned, we are kind of in a drought situation right now, but we're hoping to get some rain. The water, most residents will use that water within a month or two on their plants. As long as the direct sunlight is not hitting the water, you won't have any algae issues. So the water will last and you can use that water. And also, if it doesn't rain, you'll be prepared for this next, like you mentioned, next fall, next winter. So even if you get your rain barrels now and you set them up, you'll be all set for the next rainy season that we have. And through this program, you get everything you need. You get up to 2 free rain barrels. You get the what's called the flex elbow, and that's what connects to your downspout from your home. And then there's an overflow hose. But all this is explained in the installation instructions. And we also email a couple of links to installation videos that are very helpful. So we provide residents with all the resources they need, from the rain barrels to the installation instructions to the installation videos to help them.
So when someone decides to come apart and get the rain barrels delivered to their home, where would you suggest they set it up? Is putting it, are the rain barrels more mobile? And is it possible for them to maybe put it in their garage until it's about time to rain and then pull it out? Or should they always leave them out in the same spot?
Great question. Yes, one of the program requirements is they do need to install the rain barrel and provide us with a photo of their installed rain barrel within 30 days of the program. And some of the photos that I've seen is people will put them either in their backyard or front yard where there's a downspout. So you want to put the rain barrel where you see water coming down from the roof area. Some people have used rain chains if they don't have the downspout, and you can Google that. It's something you place on your roof that brings the water slowly into the rain barrel. It's called a rain chain. And some are very decorative. They're like some have little cups that turn and they bring the water right into the rain barrel.
That's neat. You can decorate your house and conserve water all at the same time.
Yes. Oh, you mentioned decorate. Thank you. We also, on our website, westbasin.org, we provide painting instructions. Many residents like to paint their rain barrels. They'll paint big flowers on them, just different things, ocean, fish. And so we provide instructions on how you can do that.
I love that. Getting creative and conservative all at the same time. It's like a 2-for-1, right?
Yes, definitely.
Excellent. And last question, why is this so important for residents to take advantage of this water conservation program?
Sure. Like we mentioned, we're in a drought situation right now. We want to be efficient. We live in Southern California. So we know droughts come and go. So residents have done a great job over the years conserving by installing low flow toilets, shower heads, different devices to be water efficient and careful with our water. So this is just another device that residents can install outdoors to collect the rainwater. The rain is free, right? It rains. Why not reuse that water again for your plants? So it's very important.
Well, Gus, thank you so much for taking time to talk with me and share more information about the rain barrels, and hopefully more people will take advantage of the program.
Great. You're welcome. Thank you.
Supplies are limited for the rain barrels. Right now, there's only a few hundred left, so the sooner you sign up, the better. For more details, go to their website at www.westbasin.org. For those looking to get a head start and keep your children busy this summer, the Community Services Summer Class Schedule is online. To see what's available and all the details, go to the city website at www.cityofhawthorne.org and go under Latest News. Reporter Kayla Moeller followed members of the city clerk's office to see how they're bringing the community together.
City Clerk Paul Jimenez held a community cleanup on 138th Street between Hawthorne Boulevard and Prairie Avenue.
We just basically used social media to ask the community what areas they thought were best in terms of cleaning up based off of their experiences.
With help from his interns, the city clerk was able to get the word out via Instagram, and local community members and students from Hawthorne High School showed up ready to help.
We emphasize on getting a message out to residents who normally probably wouldn't tune into like normal politics type stuff. So we just try to involve the community and things like that, and one of the ways is a community cleanup.
They partnered with Republic Services, who provided the volunteers with gloves, trash bags, and a dumpster at the local church. After the interest shown, community cleanups are on their way to becoming more consistent.
What we're going to do now is the goal is after this event, we'll end up having them on the last Saturday of each month from 11 a.m. to 1 p.m.
We've gotten pretty good feedback on our previous cleanups before, and it's great to hear as we're cleaning up, residents will come out and say, hey, thank you for doing that.
In addition to litter the volunteers pick up on the streets and sidewalks, they also go back through for any larger items by car.
It feels good just to do something nice for everyone and help everything look nice and clean.
If you have a suggestion for a future cleanup area, you can participate in their Instagram poll. For HCTV, I'm Kayla Moeller.
To find any postings from the city clerk's office on social media, you can search Instagram at City of Hawthorne CA. Coming up next on City News, learn all about the new person that will be leading one of the local school districts. Also, we'll show you a new sport happening at a local high school. There's more news ahead. We'll be right back. Welcome back. With weather conditions fluctuating, the Hawthorne homeless coordinators are trying to keep people warm. Kayla Moeller has more.
Just in time for spring cleaning, and you're in luck because the Hawthorne homeless coordinators are here to help take those back of closet items off your hands. The homeless coordinators partnered with Trinity Lutheran Church to put on a drive-through donation event.
This is the first event of a series of events that we're going to be hosting throughout the year.
At this particular drive-through, they were looking for heavier clothing items.
In order to combat the weather conditions, so we were lacking in sweaters, coats, and sleeping bags. So as you can see, we already got a good amount of donations.
Members of the church were happy to be out of isolation due to COVID to help out their community.
It felt really good to be able to come today because I hadn't been able to do that for quite a while, and so I'm very happy to be able to help.
It's great working together, it's better to do everything together than to do it by yourself.
If you didn't make it to the event but still have items you'd like to donate, you can drop them off at the Hawthorne Community Services Department and mention it's for the Homeless Coordination Program. For HCTV, I'm Kayla Moeller.
The address for donation drop-offs is 3901 West El Segundo Boulevard. The Centinela Valley Union High School District has hired a new superintendent. We visited the district's office to learn more about this individual. Starting on July 1st, Dr. Stephen Newman will be taking on the role as new superintendent for the Centinela Valley Union High School District.
We have, great supportive staff, great students. I'm very excited to be starting as superintendent.
Dr. Newman may be taking on this new position, but is anything but new to this district.
I've been in the district all the way from when I was a student teacher back in 2001 at Lawndale High School. I've filled a lot of different roles in the district. I've been around at all the schools, so as far as being in the district, I know people at every level. I even have students of mine who are currently employees in the district, so it's really great to have those close relationships with everyone.
While he has worked in many positions throughout the district, the role and the many duties as superintendent will be new to him. To help make the transition a lot easier, he is currently working with Superintendent Gregory O'Brien to help ease the transition.
I'm currently working with the superintendent that's already in place, Dr. O'Brien, to really start working on where he is in his different projects he's working on and where the district is, and so that he can train me up on the things that I don't have a lot of prior experience with. Really, it's a lot more of the things that are only at the superintendent level.
Becoming superintendent during this time is also presenting him with new challenges and uncertainties as we continue to work through this pandemic.
We're right now working on our plan for what we're going to do the upcoming year, looking at what additional staff we may need to hire, such as we're looking at hiring additional support staff, maybe counselors, social workers, really to work with the students who are going to be transitioning back to being in person. That's going to be a big step for some of our students. They may have some anxieties and things like that we need to really make sure that we're supporting them on.
Dr. Newman encourages parents to call their schools with any questions. He wants to make sure parents and the community know he will be working hard to do what's best for the students and help ease any anxiety. To see the latest information on the Centinela Valley Union High School District, visit their website at centinela.k12.ca.us. There's a sport where students can compete virtually. Tony Long Jr. shows us.
Lawndale High School has built an esports team.
Esports, really short for electronic sports, is pretty much just, I would say, video gaming competitions. And I would say it's here. It's something that's here. It's here to stay. And, in the coming years, we're going to see a bunch of schools adopt it all throughout the country. So it's something that's huge and it's on the rise.
The teams formed due to the isolation caused by the COVID-19 pandemic.
I think with the pandemic hitting, over the past year, I think it really made us reflect more about how can we bring this high level competition to our students and how can they compete as well on a virtual level? And so they recognize, luckily, that esports is something that's on the rise.
The Centinela Valley Union High School District supports the program.
They actually provided funding and equipment for our schools. The district buying gaming laptops, headsets, gaming mouse for our students, especially if, for those who can't afford it. We do have the gear out there for them.
Lawndale High student Anthony sees the opportunity as a safe way of being part of a team and hanging with friends.
I play video games to have fun and stuff, and I usually play it on the weekends with my friends and stuff. And then Lawndale said that they were having an esports center, and I figured it would be a cool thing to try out right now. We're at home and I don't feel as comfortable going to play any type of sports.
Despite not playing together in person, the team is still learning to play with one another, building team chemistry.
I would say that you're literally just playing. It's as if I were to play any other day, but except I'm on a call with my teammates and trying to improve myself.
Lawndale High School esports coach Twan Hofan says that the team won't have an unofficial season until sometime next school year. For HCTV, I'm Tony Long Jr.
For more information on the Lawndale High School esports teams, contact Coach Hofan via email at hophant@cvuhsd.org. The Weisburn Education Foundation hosted their 17th annual Rock Around the Block. We stopped by Dana Middle School for the opening ceremony. Weisburn Unified School District leaders, WEF board members, and dignitaries gathered to kick off this fundraising event.
Oh, say, can you see?
We raise money for music education, arts education, STEM education, and healthy lifestyles programs. So some of our programs we've supported over the years have been the instrumental music program. In our district, no student has to pay to rent an instrument. It's provided for them for free thanks to our Weisburn Ed Foundation.
I want to say thank you to WEF.
This is the Certificate of Special Recognition presented to Weisburn Education Foundation on the occasion of your 17th annual Rock Around the Block, and in deep appreciation again of your outstanding service to the students and the educators of Weisburn Unified School District. So thank you very much.
This year, Weisburn Family Contributions and 16 generous sponsors helped WEF fundraise $40,000, and we're hoping to reach $60,000 after their silent auction.
We've been really fortunate. Our families have helped us meet our annual campaign this year a little early, which was really unexpected, because people are having financial struggles during COVID.
A lot of organization and foundation giving money to the education foundation is fantastic.
If we had this going in all of the school districts, it would be so helpful to the teachers and to the administration. I'm proud of them for what they do.
The Hometown Heroes Car Parade followed with local firefighters, politicians, representatives from the Weisburn Unified School District schools, healthcare workers, military, police, and more.
We're going to be driving through the communities that make up the Weisburn School District. So that's Holly Glen and Wiseburn and Del Air and 360 South Bay to celebrate our hometown heroes in our schools and our community.
The Wiseburn Education Foundation hopes to be able to continue for many years and give students more opportunities. For more information on the Wiseburn Education Foundation, visit their website at wiseburnedfoundation.org. When we return, we'll show you what has everyone at school on a Saturday. The Centinela Valley Union High School District participated in a global observance of jazz music. Cedric Welton has more.
Today we're at the Centinela Valley Center for the Arts celebrating International Jazz Day. The students of Lawndale High School were treated to special performances outlining the history of the genre.
International Jazz Day today ties into the great artist Herbie Hancock, as well as UNESCO and United Nations. So this effort here at the Performing Arts Center will be celebrated pretty much worldwide today. The educational piece that we wanted to tie in is we wanted to bring the high school bands in here to witness these professionals do their thing.
So jazz became very popular in the late 19th century, early 20th century, and its evolution has continued until today.
Local band Conganas provided the live sound for the students in attendance, though home audiences could also enjoy this event as it was available to stream worldwide.
160 countries will be live streaming various concert efforts such as this one here.
If you'd like to follow the music, check out the band on Instagram at Conganas Music. Reporting from the Centinela Valley Center for the Arts, I'm Cedric Welton, Hawthorne Community Television.
If you missed the performance and would like to watch, go to youtube.com and search for Conganas Music. A farmers market will be coming to the city of Hawthorne. Starting in July, the Hawthorne Farmers Market will be featuring a variety of California-grown fruits and vegetables. There will also be food trucks and local musicians playing. The location will be at 3851 West El Segundo Boulevard. For more information, call 310-349-1640. A nonprofit organization was recently on school grounds for a cause. Tony Long Jr. has the story.
Hawthorne LAX Lennox Rotary Club and Centinela Valley Union High School District set up shop in the parking lot of Hawthorne High School as they held the Souls for Souls drive.
We originally wanted to do this last November so they'd have them in time for the holidays, cold weather and everything. But the COVID protocols that were in place didn't allow for that.
I am so happy to be here today to work with the Rotary on this shoe collection. We have worked with the Rotary Club for years. They support our students in so many ways.
Shoes in all shapes and sizes were donated.
I really appreciate what they do, and if I could do it, I'd be here to support them in any way I can.
KTLA meteorologist Vera Jimenez stopped by to support the effort.
It feels great that you're giving to the community, but I think it also brings a lot of hope because you see young students that are part of Rotary Interact clubs that are out here volunteering their time.
Hawthorne High student Joseph looked at volunteering as a chance to make a positive impact.
With COVID and everything, we've been stuck at home so much, and I've kind of at home I've just felt kind of like, I don't know, just like I'm not moving anywhere, not going anywhere with my life right now, and coming out here to help, it just feels like I'm making a difference.
Hawthorne LAX Lennox Rotary Club President Tom Quintana stated that the goal was to collect 1,500 shoes for the homeless people in LA. They ended up collecting over 2,000 pairs. For HCTV, this is Tony Long Jr.
For more information on the Hawthorne LAX Lennox Rotary Club, visit their website at www.rotary5280.org and search for them under the Our Clubs tab. Keep it right here on Channel 22 for these future city news stories. Learn all about a new fingerprints machine over at HPD. Also, we'll take you on a tour to see the changes at Lusinger High School and see why salsa was the main attraction at a recent event. That does it for this edition of City News. Thanks for watching. If you have any story ideas, please call us at 310-349-1630 or email us at hctv@hawthorneca.gov. Don't forget you can watch City News online on YouTube by searching Hawthorne Community Television. We'll leave you now with more footage from the Rock Around the Block. See you next time.